Hey everyone, it's Spurs Rail 96 here. Hope you're doing well out there, and I've had a good start to a new week. Welcome to another Train Sim World live stream. For today's stream, we are visiting Germany, winding the clock back to 1997, and we're taking a look at Linke Rheinstrecke, a route I've over time enjoyed very much. So yeah, let's get into it and have some fun. If I can select the right one, there we go. We'll go for that one, and we will do this intercity passenger service which goes from Dortmund to Ubersdorf, I think. But in the game we'll be operating the service from Koblenz Hauptbahnhof and terminate at Mainz Hauptbahnhof. So let's get going. Well, I'll just get the live chat up and running a second. There we go. Yep. Okay. All right. Let's fire this old dog up. Turn the motion blur on as always to aid the stream's performance. So we are at Koblenz Hauptbahnhof. Just check everything's all in good order. I won't need a desk light on. We will need the instrument lights on. That one there. Set the instrument brightness to 100%. Indicator brightness to 100%. And the LED brightness to 100%. Need to put the brake key in. Set the brake valve to minimum. Now which cab are we in? I think we need to go in the opposite cab, don't we, for PZB and Seafoot. Alright, so let's head out of the locomotive. Get into the other cab. Here we are. PZB and Sifa. Okay. Shut the door. Go into the other cab. Sit in the driver's seat. And lock the doors. On this very grey lunchtime Service. Weather's not very good. So this is the Class 103, the DBBR 103 electric locomotive, one of the most powerful electric locomotives ever built. Tap changer to 21 should do for the time being. So this is obviously an intercity service. So I've only got one stop, which is at Mainz Hauptbahnhof, just over 60 kilometers away. So the route we're on is Linke Rheinstrecke, the first, at the time it was the first historic German route in Train Sim World. Shortly after that was the very popular Niedertalbahn, which was Train Sim Germany's first route release. Just increase the power to maximum. You can reach the maximum speed of 140 kilometers per hour. And this DLC came out in March of 2023, I think it was. So the route is 92 kilometers in length, that's 57 miles. And as far as a little bit of information about the route itself, the history of it, it was built in phases by various companies between the 1840s and 1860, I believe. It was a major route for long-distance railway traffic for most of its life, thanks to the southern end of the line's close proximity to the city of Frankfurt. So this line connects two of West Germany's most important cities. In 2002, the Kiel to Frankfurt high-speed line opened. And that meant most long-distance services moved to it, making the Linke Rheinstrecke much quieter and more focused on regional services. I think as far as stations go, you have, I think it's 21 stations. So it's quite a bit. If you were to do a regional passenger service or an all-stops passenger service, it would certainly take you well over an hour and a half, maybe even longer, because it's not just passenger services at are featured on this route, freight as well. So primarily the DBBR 103 does majority of the fast, deals with the fast passenger services. The DBBR 103, which we just passed actually, that does all of the freight services as well as some of the regional passenger services too. If you have the Niedertalbahn, you can add in a ton load of local style, much smaller time lengths passenger services with the DBBR 628.2 diesel multiple unit, which is quite cool. And also the fact that you've got the DBBR 110 that does the freight and the passenger, you also get the what is it, the cab car or Stauwagen. So that's pretty cool. Just checking if there is if it is actually 21 stations. Yeah, it is indeed 21 stations. I think it's important to realise how much of an engineering marvel really the 103 was. So I'll just get up some stats of the locomotive. So for a very long time they were perceived to be, you know, the flagship locomotive of Deutsche Bundesbahn or Deutsche Bahn's rolling stock. It was built by multiple manufacturers: AEG, BBC, Henschel, Krauss Maffei, Krupp, and Siemens. The prototype was produced in 1965, and over 145 were produced between 1970 and 1973. It has a power output of 9,980 horsepower, which is still very, very powerful to this day, and it had a 1 hour rating of 12,000 kilowatts, so that is 16,000 horsepower. So they are among, even today, some of the most powerful electric locomotives ever constructed, and they are the most powerful single section locomotives ever constructed. And in June 1985, a 103 actually reached a top speed of 176 miles per hour, or 283 kilometers per hour. These days they're very rare to spot these days. There are some are still in service, but they're obviously not the flagship locomotive of Deutsche Bahn. For some reason I'm struggling to hear the CIFA alarm go off. It's very loud in this cab. Well, it's loud in my earphones, let me tell you. Headphones, I should say. That's better, a bit of peace and quiet for a change. Mark Moss, hey, how are you? Nice to see you. Hope you're well. What I like about this route is that it follows the contours of the River Rhine, which is very, very different. I think it's the only German route really where the majority of the route mileage is well, next to a river or runs alongside a river for most of it, which is really, really cool. Scenically, I don't think it's too bad. I mean, this is made by Dovetail Games, so I thought scenery-wise, this would probably end up being a car crash, but it's actually pretty decent from Dovetail. It certainly is above average, and also with the amount of castles that are on this route. There's certainly it's a very interesting sights to see. I think one of the mastery collectibles or rewards you could unlock is some fireworks going off, which is quite cool, obviously at night. Speed limit will go back up to 120 kilometers per hour. I hope it doesn't rain on this service. Looks like it's going to chuck it down any minute. It's kind of like the weather the UK is experiencing, to be honest. Just dull, grey, cold, windy, you name it. What's also pretty cool about this route is that there's a lot of different speed changes and differences in elevation as well. So this is certainly a route that will challenge you, particularly in different weather conditions. Speed limits increased to 130. We've got just over 50 kilometers to go until Mainz Hauptbahnhof station. Sadly, this route does not have PIS displays. It'll be quite interesting to see how they would look in Deutsche Bundesbahn days. Not many stations on this route have PIS displays, but I think Mainz Hauptbahnhof definitely has some PIS displays, which unfortunately are not working. Normally I would have a cup of tea or something, but I don't. On this occasion, I have a bottle of water instead. Now we got speed limit change coming up, down to 120 and then 110 kilometers per hour. Let's turn the power off. Oh, it's 100 actually, my mistake. I swear it said 120. Power to tap change it to 25. Of course, this locomotive doesn't have any cruise control, so it's quite a challenge to try and set the power to a level where you think it can maintain speed that is as close as possible to the current speed limit. We've got a speed limit change coming up. We'll be going down to 90 kilometers per hour. Right, let's get down that speed. Got a 0.6% gradient, so that should help us get down the speed. There we go. Entering our first tunnel. Now you can see the dials glowing in the dark. The speed limit will be going up again to 100 kilometers per hour in just under 2 kilometers. To the third tunnel. I don't know any of the tunnel names, so I'm sorry. As always, I am little prepared for any stream these days. Those long-time viewers, that is to be expected. I haven't seen the DBBR 628 out and about. Well, not yet anyway. Speed limit will be going back up to maximum line speed, which is 140 kilometers per hour. If that happens, I need to actually stop speeding for starters. Shame the screen on the right doesn't work. Be interested to see how that would look in, well, how a late 1990s computer would look on a locomotive that was made in the 1970s. If there was to be an expert version of this locomotive, yeah, be a bit pointless. Wouldn't have many routes to play on from a timetable perspective. I'm surprised when they're stopping at Linke Rheinstrecke Hauptbahnhof. Normally, some of the fast services, they sometimes stop at Linke Rheinstrecke. Not in this case. Or not in this case. Set the power to maximum, so we should be okay. Speed limit's coming down to 120 kilometers per hour. then back up again to 130. I'm surprised you don't see anything on the actual River Rhine, like boats and things like that. You'd think you would, wouldn't you? I think Dovetail's made some like animated, well, moving boats before, like a barge or something, if I recall. Power to 21. Is that going to do any difference? Nope. Set it to 25. That should be okay. The speed limit is coming down to 120 kilometers per hour. We shouldn't be too far away from Bingen Rhein Hauptbahnhof. Just check the map. Not too far. Bingen Rhein is like here, over there, so it's not too bad. An intercity service that's, you know, just going from end to end with no stops, so you can get it done in under an hour, maybe 50 minutes if you're lucky. If the traffic pattern is quiet. Speed limit is going up to 130 kilometers per hour shortly. Doug, 130. Set that to 31, that should be okay. Seems a bit of a low turnout tonight, unfortunately. Just one. Oh well. One's better than none, I suppose. Speed limit's coming down to 90 kilometers per hour, and the speed limit will be going back up again. Okay, we're about to come through Bingen Rhein Hauptbahnhof, so let's get down that speed. Speed limit will be going up to 160 kilometers per hour, which is the highest speed you can legally obtain on this route or reach. Okay, off we go. Full power. There's a 110. Must be a manifest service going somewhere. Should be due into the station in just under 17 minutes time. But we should get to the station with lots of time to spare. pretty quick. Speed will be coming down. Speed will be coming down to 150 kilometers per hour. This is probably the fastest section of the route. Once you're past Bingen Rhein. How many coaches is this? Is it 8? Yeah, 8 coaches. 8 intercity coaches. I think this has first class as well as second class. I can't remember. Speed limit is going back up to 160. We've got just over 10 kilometers to go to Mainz Hauptbahnhof. a local passenger service. Still haven't seen the 628.2. I have it installed, I know I do. It's probably at Mainz Hauptbahnhof. Right, I think I'll have a sip of water. Probably have a PZB going off soon. The closer we get to Mainz Hauptbahnhof. Speed limit of 100 coming up. As we've got 3 kilometers to go. Got plenty of time. Interestingly, there's no empty coaching stock moves on this route at all. Not even with, I think the 628.2, which we're just passing now. I think that has some. But as far as the 103 is concerned, I don't think it has any at all. Which is a bit of a shame, really. I think that'll do. There we are. Let's unlock the doors. Don't even know if there is any passengers on board. Oh, there's a few. Yeah, so this is a second class coach. It's basically a standard class. Right down the very front is first class. I don't think there's a buffet car. I might be wrong. Is this first class? Yeah, this is first class. So they have their own little set of compartments. Each compartment comprises of 6 seats, which is quite cool. And of course, no cab car on these trains. I really like the retro look. Looks really cool. There we are. That took me just over 51 minutes. Stopping only at Mainz Hauptbahnhof. Right, let's return to the main menu. Okay. Let's go Linke Rheinstrecke. What shall we do? Take the 103 out for a spin, I think. Yeah, so the 628.2 does mostly some smaller regional Bahn services, Stad Express services as well. They take place on different points of the map. So you can do empty coaching stop moves, or empty stop moves with the 628.2. I don't know about the 110. No, I think it's just passenger and freight, and the 103 does just passenger services end to end. Some stopping at Bingen Rhein Hauptbahnhof, but most of them don't. So that's a little overview of the timetable. Can I do what's this one? That's a passenger service from Mainz to Koblenz Hauptbahnhof. Don't want to do that one. That one's locked. Interestingly, short circuit. What is this? This is a passenger service from Ingelheim to Mainz Hauptbahnhof. Mainz Hauptbahnhof to Gau-Eigelsheim. Interesting. And then one huge passenger service which goes from Mainz Hauptbahnhof to Koblenz Hauptbahnhof, stopping at every single station, which, as you can see, takes nearly 2 hours, or close to 2 hours. That one a bit less so. That's Bingen Rhein Hauptbahnhof to Mainz. That's in the rain. Let's do. Let's do that one. It's 20-minute service which goes from Mainz Hauptbahnhof to Saarbrücken, but the game will be operating the service as far as Gau-Eigelsheim. Let's do it. Rock and roll. Very low turnout tonight. Very low indeed. Just 2 people. Jesus. Probably me being one of them with the live chat. You know, watching over it, but it's pretty pointless at the moment. Nobody wants to talk or watch my stream tonight. Don't know. Maybe people just don't like Linke Rheinstrecke. It's pretty clear. The people have spoken. Oh well, never mind. Never mind. I like it though. Instrument lights are on. LED brightness is at 100%. Just double checking. Yep, all good. Set the brake key to on. And unlock the doors. Okay. Cab lights, instrument reading lights, second man, desk light, and whatever. We do have LZB, but unfortunately LZB is not on this route. But we do have PZB and C for though, so we could use that. So welcome to Mainz Hauptbahnhof. These are the N-Wagen coaches in the Deutsche Bundesbahn mint and white livery. And then the cab car at the far end as well. Let's see if the cab car's rear tail lights are turned on. It is indeed, and the destination display is correctly displaying Eygelsheim. Yeah, let's see if I can find there's PIS displays. This has been taken away. Have they been taken away? No, but here's a route map of the route. As you can see, most of it, if not all of it, is following the River Rhine. Got a clock which has the Deutsche Bahn logo on it, so I presume this was the transitional era from Deutsche Bundesbahn to Deutsche Bahn, I'm guessing, but I don't know. There's another clock there. Let's close the doors. There we go. This locomotive has featured before. It was debuted on what is it? Bremen-Oldenburg, if I'm not mistaken, a long time ago. A very distinctive scissor pantograph. Okay, so our first station stop is Heidesheim. That's 10 kilometers away. This service is also in the lunchtime period, 12:36, and cloudy as well. So you might even see the service that I took over, or the intercity service I did just now. Excuse me. If you'd enjoyed the stream so far, and you like what you've seen or heard, then I'd appreciate it if you would hit the thumbs up button below, and if you are watching for the first time, I would appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to the channel. As far as the next stream is concerned, that will take place on the 24th of February 2012. 25. And the route we will be doing is the very popular Niedertalbahn. Brilliant route made by Train Sim Germany. Operated this locomotive in ages, so I apologise if I will be speeding a lot. This tap change only has 28 notches compared to the 103's 38. So some little stats on the 110. It was well, it was built by a number of companies. For the mechanical construction of the locomotive, it was made by Krupp, Henschel, Krauss-Maffei, and for the electrical parts, that was produced by Siemens, AEG, and BBC. And over 416 were made from 1956 to 1969. And in terms of its performance figures, it has a power output of 5,000 horsepower or 3,700 kilowatts, and the maximum speed of this locomotive is, I believe, it's 160 kilometers per hour, which is 99 miles per hour. Going to pass through one more station, and then the next one will be ours, Heidesheim. So we have just I think it's just a couple of stops, isn't it? Or is it 3 stops? Might be 3 stops, don't know. What's pretty cool about the freight services is that obviously you have to give priority to the passenger services, so a lot of the time you will be sat out of the way, so to speak, in the sidings to allow the faster passenger services to come through. Here's our station, Heidesheim. There we go. First station stop complete. Welcome to Heidersheim. Floating car there on the road. No surprise. Seems to be set in autumnal conditions. Bit of a breeze. So lock the doors. Ooh, sugar, I've stalled it. I had a feeling I was going to. Oh well, at least we're moving to a degree. There we go, just close the main circuit breaker. There we go, no harm done. The next stop is Ingelheim. That's just over 4.5 kilometers away. Full power. Oh, the locomotive didn't like that. A lot of wheel spin. A lot of wheel spin. Apparently we're doing 140 kilometers per hour. Oh well, bit of fun. At least we're still moving and accelerating. Probably a more comfortable manner for the passengers. Now we're accelerating. We do have a speed limit change coming up, quite a few actually. Right, time to get on the brakes. Ah, no, I didn't do it in time. Bugger. It was going so well. Yeah, well, never mind. Might as well put on the brakes. There we go. Release it. Oh well, never mind. It's bound to happen, I suppose. Oh well. Well, it didn't like that, did it? Oh dear. It's all going wrong. What a surprise. Okay, there's the station, Ingelheim. We're going to be just under a minute late, so should be okay. Or just over a minute late, I should say. There we go. This is Ingelheim. Nice station building here. Got the poster of the fireworks taking place at one of the castles in St. Gore. Right, off we go to the next and final stop, which is Eingolsheim. Going a little bit too fast there. Now I can open the taps up a little bit. Not too much though. Got a speed limit of 80 kilometers per hour coming up. Have a sip of water, I think. Lovely. That was just in time. That was close. We're now on the final approach to Eingolsheim. Oh no. Bugger. Never mind. My fault. Just wait for the brakes to release. There we go. have to stop at the end of the platform. There we go. That's better. Much better. End of the line for this passenger service. It will then carry on. The AI will take over this next service. There we are. Took me just over 22 minutes. We stopped at Heidesheim, Ingelheim, and finished up at Gau-Eigelsheim. Let's return to the main menu. Right, let's do rail journeys. Linke Rheinstrecke. That's a regional express passenger service. That's a regional barn service. That was from Bingenrhein to Mainz Hauptbahnhof. That's an interesting one. There's a freight one, but I don't have time for that. I think I'll do this one, and then I think I'll call it a day. Fortunately, there's a pretty low turnout of viewers tonight. I know it's half term in the UK. It's just started, so I suppose people are on holiday. So, yeah. Oh, in the snow. Now we're talking. Now we got a challenge. Let's unlock the doors quickly, because daylight is going to be up against us here. And I've never driven a service on this route at night. I don't think I've done anything on this route at night. So that's going to be fun. So put the wipers on. Definitely have PZB and CFA on for this one. So we're going through a nightly blizzard seems to have hit this part of Germany, Western Germany. Passengers have their umbrellas up. Don't see how that's going to do much, mate. Load of passengers disembarking from the train. So winter wonderland here at Bingenrhein Hauptbahnhof. It's a nice sky though. So that's Bingenrhein Hauptbahnhof, and we're going all the way to Mainz. I think it might be a good idea to put the heaters on. Does this locomotive have heaters? Should do, shouldn't it? Air compressor is on. Indicator test. Indicator test. Cab heater walls. 100%. Cab heater desk. 100%. Yeah, we might need some sand as well. But other than that, I think we should be good to go. Right, let's rock. Let's go. The first station stop is Bingen, 1.5 kilometers away. What was that? Oh my god. Don't think the locomotive likes that for some reason. It's the strangest noise I've ever heard. Okay, we're coming up to the first station stop, which is Bingen. Didn't lock the wheels and slide along the icy rails, and we're on time too. Hey, that's good. Very good. We're due to depart in 3 minutes' time. I might actually change the next route I might stream on. Might not be Bingen Rhine, it might be it might not be a Niedertalbad, sorry. I think I might have to think of a route that's more British based so it attracts more viewers, because the majority of my subscribers are from well, the UK, apparently. So yeah, a bit puzzling as to why it's such a low number of views this evening. Very puzzling indeed. Okay, let's lock the doors. Off we go. A bit of sparking there from the pantograph. Nice to see. The next station stop is Bingen-Golsheim. Okay, here is Bingen-Golsheim. Doing quite well for time, to be fair. I know I'm running a little bit late, but not too late, which is good. There we go. Stars light up the night sky. Interesting where the snow is coming from. Excuse me. Let's lock the doors. There's another service there. The next station stop is Gau-Eigelsheim. That is just over 4 kilometers away. Visibility is getting increasingly difficult because obviously the lights on this locomotive aren't particularly bright. Slow down to 85 kilometers or less. Should just make it, and indeed we do. Final approach to Gau-Eigelsheim. There we go. That's where we are, and that's where we're heading to. Still got a red up ahead. Ah, that explains it. Intercity service or Eurocity service. Speed limit is restricted to under 45 kilometers per hour. Unfortunately, we'll have to wait at the red signals till we've been given a clearance to proceed. Oh, no, we've been given a green signal. Oh, still moving just about. There we go. Let's go, 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 go. Finally saw the 628.2 in action. Unfortunately, we've seen it in complete darkness, so oh well, never mind. Here is the next station stop, which is Ingelheim. I know some of you may be thinking, well, you've only got one viewer on the whole live stream. You might as well just pack it in, but I know I'm going to finish it. Might as well. It's now pretty much dark now. In the slippery, wintry conditions. Right, let's look for doors. The next station stop is Heidesheim. Just over 4.5 kilometers away. Oh no, come on, I was doing exactly 45. Ugh. That's annoying. Just got to wait for the brakes to release. It's now completely dark. Just a little bit of orangey pinkness in the sky in the distance. Stranded in the snow. Ah. No fear. I'm here. We'll get this train to the finish. However long it takes. We will get there. Now we can reach the maximum permitted speed of 160 kilometers per hour. What's the wipers turned off? It is. I only just noticed that. Must have turned them on by mistake. Oh well. My eyes are on stalks at the moment. Never, like I said earlier, I've never driven in the dark on this route before, let alone in the snow. Coming in at some serious speed. Ooh, a bit too fast here. Yeah, the brakes are locking up. Oh dear. Ah, no, my first real mistake. Oh, bugger. Oh well, failed it. Oh, bugger. Oh well. Oh well, let's go to the next station stop. Oh dear, the next station stop is Uleborn, just over 2 kilometers away. Oh well, never mind. Oh dear. Right, this time I'll stop at the station. I promise, I'm not going to miss it. Just goes to show, if you whack on a bit of snowy weather, it'd becomes very challenging. Here we are, coming into the station of Uleborn. Level crossing here. Seems to be working. Let's see the train depart, shall we, from the roadside. Be quite cool. Alright, let's go to the next station stop, which is Budesheim. Or Budenheim, sorry. See if the gates go up. Should do. I take it they're animated, unless they're not anymore. No. No, maybe not. Oh, that's a shame. They're always down. Oh, that's a shame. Never mind. Won't make the same mistake again. Actually have jammed on the brakes too early. Oh dear, can't strike that balance today. I set the stream on public, haven't I? I mean, people can see it, right? It's time to question that now. I forgot it's only 4:30 in the game. Wow. I think it was late at night. Thank you, winter. There we go. Over a minute late. Some local industry there, working away in the early evening. The next station stop is Mainz, which is just under 4 kilometers away. Really struggling to get some speed. Come on, train. There we go, that's better. Yeah, the stream is set to public, so yeah, just clearly not many people want to watch it today. Not a very popular one, it would seem. Oh well, never mind, eh? Might have to do some changes to the streaming front, I think. Get the views in the positive rather than the red. I think I might have to come up with that, what's that thing normal other people do on YouTube? They, oh, don't tell me we're going to overrun again. Come on, train, slow down for me. Should be okay. Come on, train, you can do it. Don't knock the wheels. Ooh, yes. It was enough. Yeah, I think I'll have to think of a different way to get people engaged with the streams. Maybe let the viewers cherry pick the routes that they would like to do. That might be a good idea. Yeah, I think I might have to do that. Okay, let's lock the doors and proceed to the next and final stop, which is Mainz Hauptbahnhof. The lights are very bright. It's just because he's so high up in the cab. Because the cab is so tall, you can't really see the lights on the ground. I wonder if the passengers actually have any train lights on. I've never thought about that actually. I should do. Oh, believe it or not, we might actually make it to Mainz on time. After all the troubles we've had, we might actually make it on time. Well, roughly. We'll see. And commence applying the brakes now. Nearly there. Nearly there. Come on, train, keep going. Keep moving. There we go. Oh, we're going to be late after all. Never mind. Why the wiper was turned off again. Now we're coming into the bay platform here, platform 11 at Mainz Hauptbahnhof. There we go, we finally made it. Journey's end. Made it in one piece. Passengers can disembark, they'll be freezing cold. Oh, he's got a hat on. Albeit not the wintry hat I would have thought. Fair enough. What else is going on at Mainz Hauptbahnhof? I don't think there's hardly anything. One. My God. Yeah, not very busy at Mainz Hauptbahnhof this early evening. Too many people are staying away because it's cold and snowy. But yeah, there we go. That took me just under 44 minutes. We stopped at Bingen, Golsheim, Gau, Eigelsheim, Ingelheim. We were meant to stop at Heidesheim, but we missed it. Stopped at Uleborn, Budenheim, Mainz, Mombach, and finally terminated at Mainz Hauptbahnhof. And yeah, I think that'll do. Bit of a shame not many people tuned in to watch, either if they were subscribed or not, but yeah, there we go. It's just the way sometimes things go in the world of YouTube. So yeah, that concludes this live stream on the historic 1997 rendition of Linke Rheinstrecke in Western Germany. If you'd enjoyed this stream, be it live or on playback, then feel free to hit the thumbs up button below. And if you are watching for the first time, I'd appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to the channel. The next stream will be on February the 24th, 2025, and what it's going to be on, I have no idea. I'll figure something out. It'll be on Train Sim World, that's for sure. So I'd like to say once again, thank you very much for watching, take care, and I'll see you next time.